enough. My family's been out here for about a week and a half. So I get a chance to spend some time with the kids and my wife, and just try and put my face in front of their faces as much as I can, because obviously it's difficult while there's this many people around.
And not that you have to divulge exactly what you did, but is it a fun day? Is it just being around them? Do you try to head to Disneyland, the beach?
No, we try and stick around close. Try not to spend too much time in the car or anything like that. But we, try and do an activity, whether or not we're going to the beach or we, do something that is fun for the kids, and but also that I don't have to be up walking around and standing all day too. And just trying to have a balance there.
Travis, when you've been through what you've been through, it's the dog days of camp coming up now. But do they feel a little different than before because of what you maybe not as hard when it gets to the dog days?
I think for me the biggest adjustment's been that I've been getting the sort of planned rest days involved in there. So I do feel a lot better as we get into the thick of it here in training camp, that my body feels a little bit better recovered, and I'm not grinding on some of the sore muscles as much. Obviously there still is a lot of sore muscles, but it's just not quite as much as every other year.
We talked about the attitude part of it, though. I'm curious about that, because there probably was a time where it was like, man, this is a grind. You didn't really love your job, but now the fact that it was almost gone last year, that probably changes a little bit, maybe.
For me, I try and treat everything just like it has been. The idea of this is to get back into the swing of things and get everything in the same routine as it has been, and so that involves mindset, the whole deal. And I guess the good thing looking at this training camp is the way that it's set up. We're not out here for that long. And the way the practices are set up, I think the sets are 4-4-3-3, where it's not 3-4 day sets in a row, and when you play the Hall of Fame game, you're out here for a whole extra week. That's when it really gets to grind. So I think the best thing going for us this year is just the way that the camp is set up.
For you personally, the hits. I mean, you passed all those tests. Okay, I had the hit. I've been engaged in team drills.
Yeah, I think for me, everything's felt normal now, and. I never really had the tests, right. I wasn't really trying to hype it up for myself that it was something I had to do to pass, but it was just more about how does it feel getting in and doing the stuff again, and I've been really happy with the way things have gone.
Okay, you're still not doing individual, but team, everything else, and will you ever do the individual stuff?
The one-on-one pass rush?
Yeah.
I'll probably get in there at some point,
okay.
But that's a drill for centers that's not particularly useful in my opinion, but it's good to get those reps just to feel it for every once in a while that you can get. So I'll probably get in there at some point, just trying to make sure that we're not being overzealous for any reason, even just after being in the league for 7 years.
But there are no other limitations. You're doing everything.
I'm doing everything.
Everything feels good. Everything is.
Yep, I've been cleared for everything, and everything's felt very normal.
You talked earlier in camp about muscle memory. Do you feel it firing? Can you feel it coming back? And how quickly has that process gone about?
Yeah, absolutely. Throughout training camp, the goal is always just to get better. And coming into this one, I didn't know where that starting point was going to be, and I knew that I would have to continue to improve. And honestly, on the first day of pads, I felt better than I had anticipated. It felt very normal. It felt like it was the first day of training camp, which is far from perfect, obviously. But that was a good starting point, and now we just continue to improve as that goes along. And the muscle memory is one of those things. That continues to improve because you see the looks. Oh, yeah, I remember on this look, this is what needed to happen. And then the more and more you see, the better prepared you're going to be for the season.
Without giving away anything proprietary, has there been any moment or anything that's happened when you kind of said, oh, yeah, that feels good, that feels great?
For me, it's been a long road, and there's been a lot of those moments. And weirdly enough, none of them were football. None of them were out here on the field. It was always a moment that I could get to the car, or I could hit a weightlifting number again, and just knowing, because in all that we did, you have no baseline testing. The only baseline numbers that you ever had were your weightlifting numbers. I did nerve tests all the time, and they can tell you how quickly your nerves are transmitting and how well it's responding and all that stuff. But you don't have a baseline, so you have nothing to compare to. So you see those numbers improving, and that all feels good, but you never really know where you're at. But when you hit that strength number that you used to be at, or you surpass that number, that tells you that you're in a place that you want to be.
Travis, how would you put it in layman's terms, the gamut of emotions you've run from where you were to where you are?
It has been it's been a very wide variety of emotions. I think that even from the beginning there was nervousness and fear, unknowing, and then there's throughout it where you're starting to worry about what's going to happen moving forward. And then as things start to progress, maybe it's first frustration that it's taking so long and you're not able to get to where you want to be, and then it's gratitude for the gains that you've been getting, and then it's joy when you get a chance to be back out here with the guys that you've sacrificed with so much before, and the guys that have been so supportive moving forward. And then it's an elation when you get a chance to play with the kids and do the things that I couldn't have done before.